but they're being measured in different ways. You know,
The metrics are all out, aren't they?
people don't realise that the supervisors are measured on performance. They're not measured on problems, shall we say. Just describing how they're measured, you know, they work on a point system basically, and they might be working on 30 houses, and they might get 2 points for the tiler being finished, and 5 points for the bricklayer being finished, and 1 point for the painter being finished. So their construction manager will drive around all the sites, and he'll measure what stage all those jobs are up to, and the supervisor gets so many points from all of his jobs, and then they operate within a band. And so if they've got less than the right number of points, then the supervisor gets the sack. And if they're above the minimum and below a certain amount, then they're judged to be doing their job properly. And if they're consistently travelling above that, then they get paid a bonus because they're achieving better production than everybody else.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with quality. It has nothing to do with problems. So if there is a problem on site, probably the person who wants to know about it the least is your supervisor, because it's going to slow him down and it's going to affect his points. And at the end of the day, it might affect his job prospects. So if he can get by hiding the problem,
or looking away,
or not finding it, not looking for it, then he may well do that because there's no incentive for him to do that.
Yeah.
Now, some of the innovative builders around town, there's one I'm thinking of, did put a bonus scheme in for their supervisors, and they have their own internal. They engage independent building inspectors to come and work for the builder, and they might be building 500 houses in a year, and over the course of a year, what they were doing is they were measuring at the practical completion inspection, so that the independent guy would go in 2 or 3 days before the owners would go in to do their practical completion, and they had a cumulative tally of how many, you know, the supervisor might have finished 50 houses in a year, all of them across, you know, there's 6 or 7 supervisors, and they'd have a bit of a competition as to who would have the least number of items at practical completion. And whoever got the least got a $5,000 bonus. So it was, in that sort of circumstance, it was worthwhile for the supervisor to think about preventing problems as well as getting production.